अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन। आज मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछूंगी, शायद आपकी ज़िंदगी बदल सकती है। आखिर क्यों इतनी मेहनत करने के बाद भी ज़्यादातर लोग फाइनेंशियली स्ट्रगल करते हैं? क्यों कुछ लोग हर साल वही परेशानियों में फेस करते रहते हैं और कुछ लोग बिल्कुल ज़ीरो से शुरू करके भी अपनी पूरी ज़िंदगी बदल देते हैं? क्या उनके पास ज़्यादा पैसे थे? क्या उनकी फैमिली रिच थी? या फिर उनके पास कोई सीक्रेट था जो आम लोगों के पास नहीं होता? आज की कहानी एक ऐसे इंसान के लिए है जिसे जिंदगी ने बार बार गिराया, इतना गिराया कि ज्यादातर लोग होते तो शायद कब के हार मान चुके होते, लेकिन उसने हार मानना नहीं। और इसी वजह से आज पूरी दुनिया उसका नाम लेती है। लेकिन उसकी कहानी का एंड पहुंचने से पहले ही आपको एक बात समझानी होगी। लोग गरीब सिर्फ अपनी जेब की वजह से नहीं रहते, कई बार लोग अपनी सोच की वजह से भी गरीब रहते हैं। और इस बात को समझने के लिए चलिए चलते हैं जापान, जहाँ एक छोटा सा लड़का रहता था। उसका नाम था सोइकिरो होंडा। आज दुनिया उसे होंडा कंपनी के फाउंडर के रूप में जानती है। लेकिन बचपन में उसके पास ना पैसा था, ना कोई पावरफुल बैकग्राउंड था, ना कोई खास डिग्री। उसके पास सिर्फ एक चीज थी, एक अजीब सी क्यूरियोसिटी। जब दूसरे बच्चे खेल रहे थे, तब होंडा घंटों तक मशीन्स को देखता रहता। उसे समझना था कि चीजें काम कैसे करती है। उसे सीखना था, और यही से उसकी कहानी शुरू होती है। लेकिन उससे खुद भी नहीं पता था कि एक दिन उसकी इसी क्यूरियोसिटी का सबसे बड़ा इम्तिहान होने वाला है। वो उसकी पूरी जिंदगी बदल देगा। As a child, Honda wasn't considered special. He wasn't born into wealth. He didn't have powerful connections. He didn't have a prestigious education. In fact, many people thought he would never achieve anything significant. But Honda had one curiosity. While other children played, he became fascinated by machines. He wanted to understand how things work. He wanted to learn. And this is where the first lesson begins. Most people think money creates success, but success often starts with curiosity. Because curiosity leads to learning, and learning eventually leads to value. But Honda's journey was just beginning. Years later, he was confident. He believed his invention would change his life. But when he presented it, they rejected him. Imagine that moment. Months of hard work, months of sacrifices. And then someone tells you, no. What would most people do? Most would quit. Most would tell themselves, maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe success isn't meant for me. But Honda didn't quit. He went back, studied harder, improved his designs, and eventually earned approval. It seemed like his life was finally changing. But then something unexpected happened. A war broke out. The factory he had built was destroyed. Everything he worked for gone. Years of efforts gone. Money gone. Dreams gone. Now think carefully. If this happened to you, what would you do? Would you start again? Or would you spend the rest of your life blaming your circumstances? Most people believe poverty begins in the wallet, but often poverty becomes the moment a person stops believing they can rebuild. And Honda wasn't finished facing challenges. After the war, resources became scarce. Fuel was difficult to find. People struggled just to survive. Honda looked around and saw a problem. People couldn't travel easily. So he attached a small engine to a bicycle. A simple idea, nothing extraordinary. But that simple solution eventually became the foundation of a company known around the world, Honda. Now here's the question. Why did Honda become successful while countless others remained stuck? Was he luckier? Not really. Was he smarter than everyone else? Not necessarily. Then what was different? The answer is mindset. Because while most people focus on what they don't have, successful people focus on what they can create. Most people see obstacles. Successful people see opportunities. Most people spend time complaining, but successful people spend time learning. Most people spend money trying to look rich. Successful people spend time becoming valuable, and that's where many people unknowingly stay broke. Not because they lack money, but because they have habits that keep them poor. They buy things to impress people who aren't paying their bills. They avoid learning new skills. They blame their circumstances. They wait for motivation. They wait for luck. They wait for perfect moment. And while they wait, years pass, dreams fade, opportunities disappear. But there is another path. The path Honda chose. The path of learning. The path of persistence. And the path of creating value. Because money follows value, read that again in your mind. Money follows value. The more problems you can solve, the more valuable you become. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities come your way. And this brings us to biggest lesson of today's story. Most people stay broke not because they don't earn enough. Most people stay broke because they never change the way they think. They keep repeating the same habits, the same excuses, the same decisions, and then they wonder why their life never changed. Your financial future is built by your daily choices, not your luck, not your background, not your circumstances, your choices. So today, ask yourself, am I spending more time consuming or learning? Am I building skills or building excuses? Am I waiting for opportunity or preparing for it? Because the moment your mindset change, your actions also start changing. And when your actions change, your future changes. Remember, Soichiro Honda lost factories, lost money, faced rejection, faced destructions, yet he rebuilt again and again. If he had given up after the first rejection, the world would never know his name. And maybe the same is true for you. Maybe your breakthrough is hiding behind the challenge you are facing today. Maybe your future success depends on decision you make after this video ends. A decision to stop making excuses, a decision to start learning, a decision to become valuable. Because wealth doesn't begin in bank account, it begins in the mind. Jazakallah khair for Barkat for watching. Thank you.